really, since we've seen the escalation from Israel, has been incredibly intense, and over 30,000 Palestinians have died since then. Having campaigned for pro-Palestinian causes over the last few months, I'm pleased that the Green Party's line is that they will call for immediate bilateral ceasefire from both sides, free the hostages, and also end arms sales to Israel.
Yes. Yes.
We need to reinstate UNRWA funding to Palestine as well, to give them the crucial on-ground support that they need. And in the long term, work towards a peace movement and end reoccupation. Both Palestinians and Israelis deserve to live in that land that they both call home.
Yes.
The Workers' Party, we believe in ceasefire because we believe the life of a Palestinian is precious, just like the life of the British. That's the reason why we've been defending Palestine at the House of Parliament. And I believe if all these political parties did care about the Palestinians, they would have been defending them at the House of Parliament. We believe in ceasefire, we believe in equal life, we believe in equality. Thank you.
No, completely agree. Everything that's happened from October the 7th last year onwards has been utterly devastating. So our position, we were the first major party to call for an immediate bilateral ceasefire. We want to get all the hostages out from both sides. We need to get a lot more aid into Gaza. We need to create the space for serious, sustainable discussions towards a two-state solution where people in Palestine and Israel can live free, can live safe, and can be happy. I'd also love for us to be able to have a dialogue nationally where you don't have to be in one camp or another, where we can hold like different views at the same time. It's like, yes, we can absolutely condemn Hamas. Yes, we can absolutely condemn the actions of the government in Israel and the Israeli army, and not starting to generalize that the actions of Netanyahu and the army, for example, represent all of Israel, just in the way that the actions of Hamas do not represent everyone in Gaza and in Palestine.
But the CPA fully support Israel and their right to defend themselves. The actions on October the 7th were horrendous and could not be confirmed in any way, shape or form. Now, we do believe in a ceasefire. It has to be a conditional ceasefire with the release of the hostages. To call for a bilateral ceasefire is unreasonable, while Hamas are still holding hostages. And we must remember, Hamas are a terrorist organisation, recognised internationally as so. Well, they are a terrorist organisation, nevertheless. Okay, I'll stand corrected, just the UK. All right, but they are a terrorist organisation. And they must be treated as such. We do not negotiate with terrorists. Well, let's put it this way. If Hamas really cared about the people, they won't be hiding behind them, building bunkers and military installations under hospitals and highly populated areas where their citizens are. We know they're hiding behind their citizens, using them as shields. When aid is sent into Gaza, Hamas are stealing it. So our position is we support Israel's right to defend themselves. We also support Israel's right to go after those who perpetrated the horrendous acts on October the 7th.
Like the IDF used the civilian in the West Bank.
Can you please listen to the speakers with respect, please, you're entitled to.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, but we have to say it because it's just propaganda.
What a load of rubbish.
Absolutely.
So please can you ask your panel to conduct themselves in a respectful way?
I also support the right of Israel to defend itself, and I absolutely support their right to exist as a Jewish state, and as where they are. I don't particularly support the government of Israel. I think they really do need to crack down, for example, on settler behaviour in Jerusalem and the West Bank. But I do think that they're entirely within their rights to go into Gaza to try and rescue their hostages and try and destroy Hamas, who, let us not forget, have as part of their literal family constitution destruction of the state of Israel. You simply cannot have a peaceful two-state solution when one of those two states is committed to the annihilation of the other one. I would also observe that I don't think we're ever going to see peace in the region until we see a regime change in Iran, because they are ultimately funding all this chaos.
Thank you very much. Conclusion, ladies and gentlemen. First, the statement of Muhammad peace be upon him, which he said, "Man lam yashkur nas, lam yashkur Allah." The one who's not grateful to people is not grateful to God Almighty. So special thanks and gratitude to Father Charles for hosting us at St. Lawrence Church and community members of St. Lawrence. Special thanks to our guests and candidates. I think every single one of them, from Richard, Maureen, Josh, Steph, and Callum, articulated themselves very, very well. Special thanks to the community members that have attended these hustings. Myself, listening to all of you and your questions, learned a lot. Sorry, sir, your name? Paul. So, of course, Paul's comments of love, communication, engagement, very, very important. Not just on a wider scale in terms of what's happening in the globe, but on a local scale, on a national scale, whether it's immigration, whether it's young offenders, whether it's refugees, whether it's foreign policy. I think there needs to be that level of love, there needs to be that level of engagement, there needs to be that level of tolerance, and I'm sure, as Paul mentioned, there's always a way of finding a solution if you sincerely want a solution. If you're looking for a solution, a peaceful one, there's always ways of finding that. And also, Paul, I think me and Charles have a private meeting about setting up that. And lastly, I think I mentioned the guests that articulated themselves very, very well. I'm from the local mosque institution center. Some of the volunteers here are also assisting from the mosque. Of course, those of the attendees of the mosque will know that every week that I am doing the sermon, I'm either doing the first one or the second one. Most Fridays on the day. Palestine conflict will come in my discussion. Yeah, somewhere down the line, even if it's not that topic per se, but it will be because I'm, how do you say, very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Passionate about what is happening in the Middle East and in Palestine. So I would finish off by saying the guests did articulate themselves, and if you are a supporter of Palestine, then I'm sure it becomes clear for you who to vote for. With that, thank you very much.